Hello, and thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the first of a couple of videos shot at the beginning of autumn in the UK, with Nicola and myself enjoying a Peak District trip in our 1986 motorhome. We arrived at this spot at about midnight after about 4 hours driving, and as you can imagine, we were quite knackered. Well, I was anyway. So you join us on the start of a first day, a long day, at Padley Gorge. Welcome to another video. We've managed to get away for a few days. It's October half term and autumn is late this year. Now when I say October half term, it's significant because although our children, well, they're not at school but they're at college, they didn't want to come with us, but we have to drive them to college every day, so we just can't get away so easily. They're not coming with us is very much a blessing and a curse. It's difficult to let them, it's not difficult to let them stay at home though. Anyway, we've driven, as I said, about 150, 160 miles to Derbyshire, to a place that we came back in early June for the very first time. And another photographer over there, and there's quite a few of us. Padley Gorge, a beautiful place, and autumn is certainly here, because it's still pretty green back in Norfolk. There's not been an awful lot of leaf fall, but you can see in the wood here we've got beautiful coloured bracken that's really turning. The golden browns are sublime. There's, if I don't come away today with a good woodland photo, and hopefully also with a good woodland photo with one of the Cascades coming off of Burbage Brook here, if I don't come away with something that I'm very pleased with today, I'm not going to be very pleased. Now, we'd already seen one or two photographers in a very short walk that we'd had. What we weren't expecting was 2 photography clubs having descended on Padley Gorge this very morning. The place was like a scene from a tripod invasion from the War of the Worlds. So the first shot of the day are these mushrooms. Now, this might look strange because my lips aren't moving in time with what I'm saying, and that's because this is a voiceover. I had appalling problems with audio today, and I've salvaged what I can, so do please bear with me throughout some of the parts of this video. I'm not going to bore you too much with the setup of this F14. There you go, F14, and 2.5 of a second. There you go, one shot. Hope you like it. Well, I don't know whether this is the greatest shot or not. It almost certainly isn't. I've got too much light coming in off the sky. There's too many gaps up there. So we had down here, we've got lovely little bit of a leaf fall down in the bottom. Iron leads up into the cascade over there, and well, there's not a lot else to it. It's just a nice eye leading through. We can get a low shutter speed without any filters. When I say low shutter speed, a sixth of a second, so not low. I'm running at F14, and actually, I forgot, I've left this on 400 ISO. So if I take that back down to 200, which is the camera's native, I double that shutter speed to 1.3 of a second, and I'm underexposing a little on this, well, by 1.5 stops thereabouts actually. Give this a go. That gives us enough blur. Here it comes. Hope you like this one. Let me know in the comments. got what I think quite a nice composition. Yeah, a bit of foreground, brook leading up, just a little bit of water movement. I've not set the camera up yet. Let me talk you through what we've got. This rowan tree dropping quite a few berries. I had a look at the composition there and I didn't feel that I had, oh god, the camera's more moving. Oh dear. That's what happens when you attach it to branches using gorilla pods. Is that better? Yeah. Stay still. I thought, well, I might be able to get something with that, but I'm really not that sure. And as I pulled back, I realised I could get the tree, and I've got a bit of space on the right-hand side of the tree. The image breathe a little. I've got this fern down the bottom of the tree, and I'm looking down. When I say I'm looking down, I'm not doing anything. Obviously, I haven't set it up yet, but this is what I envisaged. I have pre-looked. I love the use of the word pre these days. You can pre-order things, which basically means you can order something before you can order something, which makes no sense. And ABBA invited me to pre-listen, would you believe, to a music track that they wrote in 1978 but never released. I could pre-listen to it before I could listen to it the other day. Madness. So I've pre-looked at this scene through my actual, literal camera here, not a pre-camera, and I kind of like what I see. The sun has come out a bit. We've got quite a lot of blue sky out there, so we've also get quite a lot of reflections on the water, so I'm going to use a polarizer for this as well. Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm getting some shafts of light coming through now and catching the trees as well. It might be creating highlights that I don't want as well, but I'm sure I can control them because there's not a lot of them and they are coming and going, so I'm not too concerned about that. I think perhaps I need to be a little over here to get that river central. I think that's better. Space for this trunk here to breathe. Time for the polarizer. So 2 polarizers with me. I've got a Lee polarizer, the big 105mm thing that is, I wouldn't say it's awkward to use, but a bit unwieldy in this situation. And I have a KNF variable ND polarizer, and I'm going to use that because it gives me a bit more ND as well, so I can slow the shutter down a bit more for the water, a little bit more creativity and versatility in this situation, and it's just that little bit easier to use. So here's the KNF. I've just screwed onto a concertina of step rings on the front of this lens. So that polarised light, you see how it takes the glare out down there. That works so much nicer. Need a little bit, I think, perhaps. Just a little touch there. What I like is the foreground here, some real colour in it. I might tilt down a little more for that. Let's just take the lock off. I think I will tilt down a bit more because I've got too much sky there. And don't forget what we're looking at here as well is also a 16:9 crop because it's video. So we'll have a wider shot when I pull out. So it'll probably be somewhere around here, which pulls in way too much sky up here, so I'm going to have to frame up a bit differently as well for that. A 1.6 second exposure is nice. Yeah, as I say, it's not rewarding enough, but it's got the compositional kind of qualities. We've got some foreground, we've got the leading line of the brook leading up there, we've got a small cascade down there. It's a nice little woodland shot. Oh, the light back. There we go, the light back. We're focused pretty much on the glass I mentioned earlier down here, and whack. 3 shots as a bracketed exposure. I'm quite happy with that. In camera at least. You're going to see it now. Thank you very much for watching so far. If you're enjoying this, click the like button, and if you enjoy this picture, also tell me that you enjoy it. Click the like button. Tell me everything. Engage with me, please. Engage. The voices you may be able to hear in the background are couple of other photographers. I've never seen so many photographers out. There's this load of them. I'm having to avoid talking to people. I don't like that. It makes me feel uncomfortable. So I'm talking to you because you're not here and you're not answering back and you're not talking back, which sometimes is a shame because I don't get enough comments. So yeah, down below, comment. Anyway, I've got a composition here and I've shot this as a 3-step vertical panorama to get some real kind of depth out of this. Now, I did get some shots from here earlier, or not earlier in the year, down by the river down there, and a couple of really, really nice shots. I'm very pleased with them. But up here, I've just got a different composition entirely. Not very much river, kind of making a nice central feature swinging around of this tree here with all of the leaves and the mound coming up that supports it. It's a wonderful, wonderful natural structure, and here's the shot. I really do hope you like it, yeah, let's have some comments. So I'm standing in a place that I was back in June, and obviously everything's changed. I want to work quite quickly here because I'm aware there's a lot of other photographers and I'm very lightly in their shot, so I want to get out of the way, and I've already spent so much time probably getting right up there. Hooters. I've put the long lens on. I have on it a polarizer and I have a composition just focusing on this wonderful fallen oak twiggy leaf down there. Got the lens quite wide open at about a 4 to really just focus only on the subject. Polarizer on, a bit of ND on it to blur the water in the background. Not much. Hope you like it. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to do this quickly and get the hell out of the way. Well, originally this was intended to be a portrait shot, but the water in the background was way too overbearing, so I've cropped it to this square, which looks rather nice. I think the pressure of all the others around me really got to me. I've got a number of woodland detail shots today, because I still do struggle getting good woodland shots, and particularly in conditions like this where it's basically sunny overhead, blue sky, occasional bits of rain, and I suppose lots of people have difficulties with that. Hope they do anyway. Hope it's not just me. So detail shots it is, and down here just a couple of fallen oak leaves with dollops of water on them, dollops, globules, beads, that's the word, beads of water on them. And I've got the camera set up on the tripod with the kind of extension arm coming over, so I've got not quite a top down shot, I've got an angle on it. Unfortunately I have to keep moving out of the way because the sun is streaming through from that direction and lighting it, and I'm casting shadows on it, and it's nice dappled light. My f3.5 here, I think perhaps I need to just give myself a little bit more depth here. We'll try 4.5. I've got the polarizer on the front just to give me some effect on the water and some options, and I think it's a really nice little shot. So here is this shot and a few other shots that I've got of detail in the woodland so far today. I hope you like them. Let me know in the comments, and like and subscribe, all of that kind of stuff, you know, the stuff that everybody clicks forward 10 seconds to avoid listening to. Yeah, that stuff. Don't click forward, click the button underneath somewhere, the one that says subscribe. Enjoy.
Now they keep us on speaking terms. We grow and we learn. I have no regrets, only forgets. Oh, a big thank you to life for giving us sand. Oh, when the timing's right, wasteland.